Abstics said we did it. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Caleb7829 said did what? Abstics said started the stream early today. Azad Khan said WSP. Caleb7829 said alright I guess. Abstics asks what's good? Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Caleb7829 said I'm good. Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Jackson142025 asks what's the code? Abstics said everyone queue in. Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Caleb said I don't wanna play Customs RN. Abstics said alright. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nzani2 said can we see your locker? Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks none wanna play, right now? Imjathman82 said hi. Caleb said nah. Imjathman82 just followed. Jackson142025 just followed. Imjathman82 said I'm a join. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks what's good? Nzani12 just followed. Abstics said everyone queue in. Imjathman82 said wait for me. Abstics said alright. Everyone join the game. Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Abstics said don't request to join my party. Jackson142025 said can we fight until 9 zone? Imjathman82 said I'm in. Abstics asks do you mean you want to fight after the 9th zone? Jackson142025 said yeah. Abstics said sure. We can do it. Caleb7829 said kinda like heal off or SMTH. Abstics said guys, we're not fighting until the 9th zone forms. Abstics said no not heal off. We're just fighting endgame. Caleb7829 said I like scrims. Abstics said yep. Nzani2 said ho 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 no JK. Caleb7829 said scrims is where you might at a specific zone. Jackson142025 asks should we do screams? Caleb7829 said scrims. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said okay so, we're fighting when the 5th zone forms. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks what's good YouTube? Zayden Banish asks what's the code? Caleb7829 said yay if you never played a scrim before it's like tournament setting. Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abstics asks why is there only 5 people? Caleb7829 said I actually might join you all. Imjathman82 said why can't we heal off? Abstics said everyone queue in. Abstics said you can heal off. Nzani2 said I did. Abstics said you're not allowed to fight anyone until the 5th zone forms. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said alright. Imjathman82 said whenever I queue in it gives me a error. Abstics asks are you all in? Imjathman82 said I put Europe code B123 battle solo. Imjathman82 said my region is EU. Abstics said yeah. That's it. Zayden Banish said yes. Imjathman82 said it gives me an error though. Abstics said you shouldn't get an error. Abstics said everyone else queued in. Smith said can I play? Zayden Banish said yes. Abstics said yes. Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Smith said I'm in. Caleb7829 said wait you actually nah I ain't gonna queue then. Abstics said cool. Imjathman82 said K. Abstics said invite all your friends. Imjathman82 said why don't we do duos we're equal. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Gaybird14 said hi. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said we can do duos when we get more people on the stream. Crintax said yo can I join? Abstics said yes. Everyone can join. Abstics said here's the code, B123 Server Europe Battle Royale Solos. Imjathman82 said IMINN. Abstics asks what's good? Abstics said feel free to invite all your friends. Crintax said yo I'm in. Nightbot said donate Abstics here. Smith said how long have you been on this live? Gaybird14 said me too. Abstics said 17 minutes. Imjathman82 asks we start? Abstics said this is gonna be the first game. Bob said K. Crintax said Imvaxias. Bob said why I voice. Gaybird14 said we are starting. Nzani2 said how many games will there be? Nightbot said tip Abstics here. Abstics said alright, don't fight anyone until the 5th zone forms. Imjathman82 said no fighting till 5th zone. Internal_error. Gaybird14 said okay. Imjathman82 said run. Imjathman82 said XD. Abstics said voice reveal at 100k. Abstics asks what's good? Abstics said don't fight anyone until the 5th zone forms. Smith asks can we fight now? Gaybird14 said K. Abstics said no fighting until the 5th zone. Smith said K. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Gator14 said how many people do we need for Dallas? Gator14 said he is. Abstics said we can do next game. Gator14 said okay. Pixel 4, yes, so how are you doing? Dig Pixel 4X said Abstics. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Gator14 said there's almost no screen delay. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Zayden Banish said someone just killed me and it's only his first son. Abstics said why. Abstics said don't fight anyone until the 5th zone. Abstics asks whose is this kid? Gator14 said I'll go kill them. Nightbot said join the Discord community. Abstics said everyone kill this griefer. Zayden Danish said that's the guy that killed me. Gator14 said yes. Crintax said I got Heim for you. Abstics said alright. Now don't fight. Xshonix just followed. Gaybird14 said K. Gaybird14 just followed. Abstics said wait until the 5th zone. Gaybird14 said okay. Gaybird14 said I will. Abstics said none fights now. Smith said can you spectate? Smith said me plaza. Abstics said yes I'm. Abstics said what's your user? Smith said Ubu Bob account. Abstics said alright. Sidepop said 3 in late I was in a reload match. Abstics said join the next game. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said none is allowed to fight until the 5th zone forms. Cyphop said stop wasting time other people wanna join. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Cyphop said OK3. Kim Japeman82 said spec me in default. Abstics said I agree for kill me. Gamer 845 said yo I will join your customs after this game. Abstics said then I told everyone to take him down. Imjathman82 said I wanna show USMTA. Imjathman82 said spectate. Imjathman82 said the default. Cyphop said dang. Abstics said sure. Invite your friends as well. SCCXD on D said is it scrims. Abstics said yes. SCCXD on D said okay. Ellie Gamer 845 said yo, I will join your costumes after this game. Imjathman82 said can you spec me Abstics? SCCXD on D asks duels? Abstics asks chat what's the current zone? Cypher said when are you gonna carry a viewer match? Imjathman82 said default. SCCXD on the asks is a duos? Abstics said no next game duos. Gaybird14 said aren't we doing duos next? Imjathman82 said I'd. SCCXD on D said okay thanks. Abstics said don't be anonymous next game. Imjathman82 said I turned it on like 5 meters ago. Abstics said everyone keep the anonymous mode off from the next customs. Jackson142025 asks why? Imjathman82 said okay. Gaybird14 said the crazy part is that I'm from East. Abstics said it's easier for me to taka actions. SCCXD on D said what region? Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics.
Demon82 said can we fight now? Abstics said yes. Demon82 asks. Gaybird14 said yay. Abstics said everyone fight now. SZCXD Auntie said what region is it? Abstics said Europe. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Smith said can we do duo next PLZZZ? Abstics said yes duos next. Abstics said invite all your friends. Abstics said we gotta get more people in the customs. Bed14 said does anyone have a mic? ALT1306 asks can I get in the customs? MJ82 said Smith said yay, can you be on my team? I join your party, I don't have any friend on. Insomni2 said GG. MJ82 said gay bed want a duo. Abstics said sure, you all can join. Bed14 said babe. Bed14 said bet. MJ82 said what's a user? JLT1306 said how do I get invited? Bed14 said Gablad14. JLT1306 said my user is HumbleKing06. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abstics said I'll share the code in the chat. MJ82 said I added you. Abstics said none request to join my party. JLT1306 asks is this a custom match for spectating? Smith said can I join the duo class at Abstics? Abstics said yeah. JLT1306 asks how many people are in customs this match? Bed14 said I'd. Abstics said no. I'll go Phil. Abstics said 10 people. JLT1306 said bro is getting requests to join them out. Smith said KK. Cypher said guys the duo in customs is randomized, there is a small chance to be with Abstics. Abstics said we gotta get more people, so feel free to invite your friends. Abstics said GG. JLT1306 said GG. Crintax said triple G. Crintax said GG. Jackson142025 said let's go I want. S said CXD Auntie said what's code? Abstics said here's the code, D123 server Europe Battle Royale duos. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said here's the code, D123 server Europe Battle Royale duos. Cyphup said quick my mom wants groceries. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Alligamer 845 said okay wait. Abstics said alright. Said click said yo. Bed14 said is it duos now? JLT1306 asks I used code but nothing happening, is that supposed to happen? Abstics said yes. Goku133RD said I subbed. Cyphup said start quick. KBed14 said K. JLP 1306 just followed. S said CXD Auntie said I'm not east but it's okay. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Said click said what is the code? Alligamer 845 said wait. Abstics said just queue in. TTVPRFN said what's the server? Abstics said here's the code, D123 server Europe Battle Royale Duos. Abstics said Europe. Goku 133 RD said and liked. Abstics said check out the pin chat. JLT 1306 said it says matchmaking failed. Alligamer 845 said wait. Abstics said thanks. TTVPRFN said what's the code? Jackson 142025 asks should we do a whoever wins a game gets a gift from the item store? Smith said D123. GGK_JE said wanna 1v1. Abstics said no. That shouldn't be happening. Abstics said later. Goku 133 RD said and notifications on. KBed14 said D123. JLT 1306 said it worked thanks. Abstics said no gift for now. TTVPRFN said is it solo? TTVPRFN said or duo? Abstics said everyone queue in. JLT 1306 said no it's duo. Smith said who's said clip? Abstics said duo. Smith said clicks. Abstics said we gotta get 20 people. S said CXD Auntie said can you start it? Abstics said everyone queue in. Abstics said yes last minute. Cyphup said no one ask for gifts it's breaking rule. Jackson 142025 said let's get up to 20 players. Abstics said we got 10 people on Twitch. Smith said what rule? Fortnite Lover said yo. Abstics asks what's good? Abstics said here's the code, D123 server Europe Battle Royale Duos. Fortnite Lover said what's good bro? TTVPRFN said can we start it? Abstics said this game no scrims. Abstics said we fight as soon as we land. Fortnite Lover said Eminem. Abstics said great. FN Lover. Abstics asks everyone in? TTVPRFN said level 10 giant. JLT 1306 said yes start bro. KBed14 said I'm. KBed14 said I'm in. Fortnite Lover said I liked and subscribed. Abstics said we gotta get more people in the next game. KBed14 said K. Nightbot said tip Abstics here. Abstics said thank you. Skshonix said can we wait till 5th zone to make it like a scrim? Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. TTVPRFN said is there a prize if you win? Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said no. Fight as soon as you drop. Skshonix said okay. Abstics said no prize. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Fortnite lover said I liked and subscribed. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. TTVPRFN said Abstics is on my team. Nightbot said donate Abstics here.
Yo.
Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abstics said no. TTVPRFN said Abstics got a mic. Fortnite lover just followed. Goku 133 RD just followed. Abstics said no. Said I'm gonna get a new mic this Tuesday. DJ Cleman 82 asks, can we kill no scrims? Abstics said you can kill. Abstics said no scrims. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite.
Bro, is this stupid bot?
Smith said lol Abstics.
Hey Abstics, is my mic good?
Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics.
Alright, bet. It was like, it's like $120, so it better be. But I don't do that. I don't do that, Abstics. I don't do that. Trust me, I don't. Bro, he's bugged. Goodness. Like, bro, bomb all up on me, dude. Wait, are we getting medallion? Yeah, we're getting medallion. Oh! Hey, Abstics, let me get the medallion, let me get the medallion. You can have the shotgun. You can have the shotgun, I don't want it. Wait, do you want the Swarm Stripe?
Nightbot said join
So
the
what do you
Discord
want?
community of Abstics.
Type in chat what you want. Storm? Oh, you want the Storm Strike bet? Okay, there you go. Wait. Okay. Wait, is that a kid? No, don't, wait, don't, he can't see me, can he? I didn't think he was allowed to, oh, he's dropping it. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to clock in. Oh, he's right here. I'm healing up with it. Here, I'm holding it. Here, hold it. Hey, wait, he's running. I'd say just let him run. Why did I throw that down? Bro!
Stackadaxel 08 says ready to blast your stream from Meta OMG. With Nisha.
Alright. Here, just run. Oh shoot, take that. Okay. Yeah, we got both medallions. We're chilling. Wait, oh, you dropped it? Wait, why'd you drop it?
Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite.
Hey, Abstics, what's your creator code? Because I'll type it in if you want me to.
TTVTRF and just follow.
Abstics, okay, bet. Alright. Wait, what mic are you getting? What mic are you getting on Tuesday? What? In a second. Maybe. Hey, right here, Abstics, right here. Here, I got a shockwave grenade. 3, 2, 1. Dead. Alright, peace. Where is he? Alright, don't let him get away. I need some mats. Do you have any mats?
There was a dog chasing me. Cypher said he wanted the medal so bad.
Alright. Yeah, right. Abstics, you need to heal some. You need to heal some. Hey, just run, don't worry about him. Here, hop out. I had to dip.
Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials.
No, I'm dead. Bro, these stream snipers. Freaking stream snipers. Hey, Abstics, drop the thing, drop the medallion, drop the medallion.
On you guys.
Just run. Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh bet. Hammered. Abstics, are they stream sniping?
Abstics said GG. Kbed14 said GG. Nightbot said
GG.
Join the Discord community of Abstics.
But they're stream snipers.
Abstics said PLS don't stream snipe guys. TTVPRFN said on bro. Kbed14 said I wasn't. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. TTVPRFN said cap /. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Kbed14 said I died off spawn. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. TTVPRFN said it's kinda funny how y'all know exactly where he was. Fortnite lover said hi. Abstics said what's good. Abstics said thank you. Abstics said I saw your build. Fortnite Lover said I liked and subscribed. Abstics said thanks. TTVPRFN said can you play Discord, this is bullcrap. Abstics said favorite me in Fortnite. TTVPRFN said can we play Reload. Fortnite Lover said I did. Abstics said alright. Next game Reload duos. Kbed14 said bet. TTVPRFN said bet that was bullcrap last game. Abstics said you're awesome. Danish Demon said hello brother. Abstics asks what's good? Danish Demon asks how are you bro? Fortnite Lover said hope you well. Danish Demon said nice to hear brother. Abstics said join next game. Fortnite Lover said crap. Danish Demon asks me. Abstics said yes. Abstics said invite your friends as well. Fortnite Lover said know the player. Demon says bro why and what servers now? TTVPRFN said Abstics how can I gain followers quick on Twitch? Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said you just need to be nice to the viewers. Fortnite Lover said I'm gonna go off. TTVPRFN said I am. Abstics said alright. Danish Demon said I don't think him gonna join mate. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Fortnite Lover said kiddin'. TTVPRFN said I've been streaming for 2 months and I only have 56 followers. Abstics said alright never mind. Abstics said it takes time to build up a community. TTVPRFN said okay. Fortnite lover said 2 people. Abstics said I've been grinding since chapter 4. TTVPRFN said oh. Smith said so have I. GayBad14 said there's a full-on conversation in the chat lol. Crintax asks wait we've got in 5th zone? TTVPRFN said stream snipers sit down. Fortnite lover said grindin'. Abstics said here's the code, R123 server Europe reload duos. Abstics said here's the code, R123 server Europe reload duos. Crintax asks we've got 5th zone? Elon Rat said sup. Abstics said no we fight from the beginning. GayBad14 said K. Abstics said just after you land. Garrett Lang said what code and server. Abstics asks what's good, Elon? Abstics said here's the code, R123 server Europe reload duos. TTVPRFN said hey Abstics. Abstics said we gotta get 20 people this game. Abstics asks WSP. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. TTVPRFN said can you follow me? I'm not self-promoting, I'm just asking if you will. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abstics said I'll check out your channel if I'm free. Zan_link said code. TTVPRFN said okay. Abstics said here's the code, R123 server Europe reload duos. Zan_link asks code. Abstics said here's the code, R123. TTVPRFN said we ain't gonna get 20 people. Abstics said sadly. Yeah. Zan_link said we in. Garrett Lang said when start. Abstics said we should have got 20 easily too. Agent Paul 125 said what mode is it? Zan_link said we need more people join. TTVPRFN said start. Abstics said there's more people on YouTube. Zan_link said can we not kill till 5 zone? J200's biggest fan 200 said do you wanna 1v1 for a follow? KBed14 said UOs. Nsuni2 said I just get back. Abstics said not now. Nsuni2 said what is the key? Abstics said reload UOs. Agent Paul 125 said what's the prize? Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said when we play my map Mystic Gunfight. Abstics said here's the code, R123 server Europe reload UOs. Garrett Lang said how about 15 people? Abstics said no prize. Abstics said we could get 15 people. Abstics said but everyone didn't queue in. Nsuni2 said him in. Abstics asks should we start? Agent Paul 125 said is it reload? TTVPRFN said start. Nsuni2 said sure. TTVPRFN said start please. Agent Paul 125 said no. Abstics said reload UOs. Garrett Lang said yeah. Abstics said reload UOs. Garrett Lang said start. Abstics said last guy. Agent Paul 125 said or battle royale. KBed14 said start. Abstics said agent, it's reload UOs. Abstics said hurry up. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. TTVPRFN said start. Garrett Lang said start. Agent Paul 125 said stop. Nsuni2 said when can we fight? KBed14 said boss cleared. Abstics said just after you land. Agent Paul 125 said it didn't work. How many are we doing? Abstics said many more. Nightbot said donate Abstics here. Abstics said you can join next game. Agent Paul 125 said that. Agent Paul 125 said can I get shout out? The duo said are you doing custom? Abstics said yes. Nightbot said tip Abstics here. Lootspan said can I join? Agent Paul 125 said I tip can you add so I can get in easier? Abstics said next game. Lootspan said okay. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics asks what do you mean, agent? T4 Enten FN said Abstics the video with the custom games without a creator for video goes below. Agent Paul 125 said is that a yes? S said CXD Auntie said I won the game the grey superhero. Abstics said the video works. Join my Discord server. Agent Paul 125 said can he add me so I could just ready up and play. Z4NZFN said can you make an away bit about it? So I said it back. Agent Paul 125 said how many people left? Z4NZFN said okay what's its name? Abstics asks you're not allowed to invite me to your party or send requests without my permission. If you wanna be added by me. Agree? Abstics said, DSC. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Z4 ended F and said okay thanks. Said yeah that's fine I don't get EA checks. Crintax said let's go we won. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Archie said Steve can I join your party it's duos. Scyphup said bet. Abstics said GG. CT for real just followed. Crintax said my duo was crazy. Abstics said here's the code, R234 server Europe reload duos. Insomni2 said GG. Abstics said here's the code, R234 server Europe reload duos. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. KBed14 said it's not working. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Archie said me and C are about to win loads games. Abstics asks is your server set to Europe? Abstics said try again. KBed14 said yes. Skshonix said it's R123. Crintax said yeah it ain't working for me. Abstics said no. R234. Abstics said here's the code, R234 server Europe reload duos. Skshonix said no it's R123. Skshonix said try it. Justin Sharp said hi. Skshonix said try. Abstics asks oh really? Skshonix said ye. Abstics asks what's up? Agent Paul 125 said it keeps on saying unprovided options not available. Abstics said alright. So R123. GayBad14 said yes, it's R123. Alligamer 845 said the code is it not working. Agent Paul 125 said it won't work. Agent Paul 125 said yup. Abstics said try R123. Justin Shup said tent. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said try R123. Justin Sharp said can I say cuss words? Abstics said no. SpaceX 00000001 said the code is R123. Justin Sharp said okay. Agent Paul 125 said it works. Agent Paul 125 said skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. Abstics said yep. Justin Sharp said hi. Justin Sharp said hi. Justin Sharp said hi. Agent Paul 125 said it works. Abstics said everyone queue in. GayBad14 said the code is R123 EU servers. Internal_error. Archie said 11. Justin Sharp said hi. Justin Sharp said hi. Justin Sharp said hi. Justin Sharp said hi. Abstics said no spam. Agent Paul 125 said shout out or add if win. Archie said 13. Skshonix said can we not kill till third zone? Skshonix said there's more people. GayBad14 said yay there is. Cyphup said don't spam again, Justin got timed out for 1 minute. Abstics said you can kill just after you land. Agent Paul 125 said what you mean? Archie said damn. Abstics said mods time out the spammers. GayBad14 said can we start? Justin Sharp said okay. Abstics asks everyone in? Justin Sharp said sorry. Skshonix said yeah. GayBad14 said I am. Agent Paul 125 said ready up, we have 14 at 7. Cyphup said, am I the only mod? Crintax said him in. Archie said there's one mod. Abstics said no there's more. Archie said ha ha. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Agent Paul 125 said no killing until for the zone. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics asks should we start the game? Archie said on the Discord. Crintax said can you start it? Agent Paul 125 said fourth zone then kill. Skshonix said ye. GayBad14 said yay. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Agent Paul 125 said for the zone then kill. Crintax said yeah. Cyphup said I mean mod yet live. Abstics said it's reload, not BR. Cyphup asks am I the only mod on live stream? Abstics said on yet you're alone right now. GayBad14 said can you please start now? Archie said is it we fight for zone? Skshonix said can we scrim next? Cyphup said aight. Abstics said we fight after 4th zone forms. Abstics said we fight after 4th zone forms. KBed14 said K. Abstics said we do scrims now. Abstics said this game. Shonix said perfect. Caleb said you're still playing customs. Abstics said we fight after 4th zone forms. Archie said I just joined. Cypup said don't brief, I will find you eyes emoji. Archie said MC duo. Said MC duo.
Yo!
Caleb said I ain't even in the game cause I ain't playing as young.
Yo, chat, if you're Skibidi. Oh, wait! Chat, if you're Skibidi, hit the following.
Quintax said Simone killed me.
Yo, chat, if you're Skibidi. Oh, wait. Chat, if you're Skibidi. No!
Abstics said no killing.
Wait, okay. Bro, you can now put the value on high, so I closed my phone, so yeah, never mind.
Abstics said no killing until the 4th zone. Abstics said no killing until the 4th
Yo,
zone.
chat, if you're Skibidi, hit the follow.
Del Shoemaker said is it duos.
Bro, he's one tap. He's one tap.
Sindel
He's
Shoemaker
one
said the
tap.
custom.
He's one tap, swear. He's one tap. Bro! Bruh, man. Oh. Bro, he's one tap. He's one tap.
Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics.
Bro, you
Abstics
actually
asked,
just
"Did I report
began. What the f?
Archie said image. Archie said on. Cypup said bro WTH how these kids doing. Alligamer 845 said no classer don't report. Alligamer 845 said me. Abstics asks should I report this kid, chat? Alligamer 845 said sorry. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics asks why did you violate the rules? Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Caleb said Quintax said yay. Caleb asked so it's not 4th zone? Abstick said chat, everyone kill this kid. Alligamer 845 said no man sorry. Alligamer 845 said sorry. Abstics said we're not doing scrims ever again. Caleb said that's someone's friend. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abstics said in every game there's a griefer. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Caleb said I bet. Caleb said wow. Caleb said did he just leave? Crintax said we killing he mate. Scyphup said who is Sandler? Abstics said chat, is that a new pet in Fortnite? Abstics asks what's the third? Alligator 845 said sorry man. Scyphup said they are getting banned, they are the first one who griefed. Crintax said me back please. Abstics said accepting your apology this time, never again. Crintax said I mean my back bleed. Caleb said dang. Abstics said Epic will ban you if I report. Alligator 845 said about the swear word yeah. Abstics said so never grief again. Shonix said why did you have to ruin it Ali? Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Deadbird14 said BRB. Caleb 7829 said that's why I don't play with y'all. Alligator 845 said sorry guys. Alligator 845 said I didn't know we don't fight. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Keiko said hello. Abstics said you gotta pay attention to the stream. Keiko said you have a mic. Algamer 845 said okay man sorry. Kenko said hello. Abdullah 6786798 said can I'll play. Abstics said yes. I'ma get a new mic Tuesday. Abstics said sure. Join the next game. Abdullah 6786798 said is before I have to add you. Abstics Abdullah 6786798 said teams. Abdullah 6786798 asks. Abstics said reload duos. Abstics said you can invite your friends. Abdullah 6786798 said they are offline can I play bills? Abstics said sure. Hokey World Game 2025 said hello. Abdullah 6786798 said what region? Abstics said Europe. Abstics asks what's good? Abstics said join the next game. Abdullah 6786798 said so in the game should put fills or no fills. Nightbot said tip Abstics here. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said your choice. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abdullah 6786798 said okay. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said donate Abstics here. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abdullah67867983 asks code. Abstics said GG. Archie said these kids were the griefers. Abstics said here's the code, R234 server Europe reload duos. Abstics said here's the code, R234 server Europe reload duos. Archie said fight whenever. Abdullah67867983 said I'm joining. Jape.comps asks any prize? Abstics said fight just after you land. Abstics said no. Abstics said everyone queue in. Abstics said yes. Abdullah67867983 asks Abstics can you gift me? Styconis asks do you remember that PC goal? Bowcat just followed. Bowcat said can I be your teammate? Dread PCG said why is it now working? Styconix said I just brought the monitor. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said sorry no. I don't have a credit card yet. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Dread PCG said it's not working. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said I'll make future giveaways on my maps. Dread PCG said it's BS. Abstics said why? Abdullah67867983 said can we play Simon Says? Abstics said yes. On Tuesday. Dread PCG said I copy-pasted it in. Jape.comp said play normal reload game. Styconix said it's only 180 Hz but it is 27 inches and curved and IMO upgrade soon but it was on discount at Curry's. Bowcat said Abstics can I be your teammate? Abstics asks how did they queue in the Abdullah67867983 said Abstics do you have a mic? Abstics said I'll get a new mic on Tuesday. Abdullah67867983 said wanna start. Jape.conf said Jim Bob got quacked about to drop a 50 bomb. Bowcad said Abstics, can I be your teammate? Abstics said I'm a go Phil. If you're luck. Bowcad said okay. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks everyone in? Jape.conf said yeah go. Abdullah67867983 said yes. Abstics said there's more people on YouTube. Abstics asks everyone in? Jape.conf said alright. Archie said yeah. Crazy11 Yit said I'm joining. Jape.conf said you should let winner 1v1 you if they win you gift them less than 3. Kbed14 said what's the code? Crazy11 Yit said NBM. Abstics said join the next game. Abstics said we already this one. Cyphup said who were the winners, I will give V-Bucks. Kbed14 said K. Cyphup said who won the last game. Kbed14 said GTG. Abstics said can't gift RN. Archie said what happens if I win with you? Jape.conf said no problem. Archie said do I get V-Bucks? Cyphup said to comment then warn them Naju getting the Reapers. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Very intransient 2 said warning, using Nishina. May result in massive follower gains, chat explosions, and uncontrollable grin. Abstics small. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Jape.com said BRIM chashed. Internal_error. Jape.com said I've crashed. Abstics said off. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Iconics said what, so you're not an adult? Iconics said what in 13 Iconics said 1. Internal underscore error. Iconics said Iconics said. Iconics said. Abstics said stop spamming. Iconics said I'm sorry. Iconics said I won't spam. Cyclops said Archie stop vacuuming the loop. Archie said how. Archie said I open most supply drops. Cyclops said bro every time I open a drop you swallow everything. Abstics said GG. Cyphup said can we play customs now? Caleb said ha actually. Abdullah 678679883 said GG. Cyphup said I mean Mystic. Archie said I opened the supply drop with the spaz. Abstick said yeah we should play Mystic now. Cyphup said can we play Mystic now? Abstick said yep. Abdullah 678679883 said what's Mystic? Internal underscore error. Abstick said everyone request to join me. Abstick said my game in Fortnite. Abdullah 678679883 said I don't have you added. Abstick said everyone request to join me. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said tell me your username. Bowcat said I don't have you added. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abdullah 6786798 said Snooky 6313. Abstics said everyone tell me your username. Bowcat said Slays Twabi 6843. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks everyone in. That one fishy said add me. Abstics said tell me your username. Abstics said search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. That one fishy said my user is Galasource 5032. Abdullah 6786798 said put it private. Nightbot said at Abdullah 6786798 greater than no. Come on. No. Stop spamming caps. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. That one fishy said PLS add in IVs 3D. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said not found. That one fishy said sorry in id 3SS3D VPLS add him. Abstics said you gotta be kidding me. Nightbot said donate Abstics here. That one fishy said add Galasource 5032. Cyphup said bro Kikachi he is accusing me for no reason. Abstics said not found. Nightbot said tip Abstics here. That one fishy said trust me add Galasource 5032. Abstics said last warning for Archie. Abstics said none found. Cyphup said it was Archie who changed the map BTW he played the Simon Says map. Abstics said search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. That one fishy said PLS add Source 5032 round. Archie said I didn't he? Abstics said yep. Last warning for him. Abstics said see I don't find you. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said you can solo queue. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. That one fishy said try adding RSM3. Abstics said added you. On more socials. Abstics said don't niche the map. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said Epic gotta fix this glitch. Vortex code said add me PLS coughed _u_ lacking. Abstics said alright. Vortex code said yep. Abstics said not found. Vortex code said I'll add you. Abstics said tell me. Abstics said okay. Abstics said hurry up guys. Kara Arnold said hi. Seifup said Archie is banned for 24 hours for swearing and accusing. Kara Arnold said can you add me? Abstics said hi. Abstics said yes hurry up. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said Kara, request me. Kara Arnold said K. Cyphup said I don't want to be friends with that liar anymore. Abstics said hurry up. Cyphup said third time Abstics I will ban him forever. Vortex Goat asks have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Abstics asks anyone else wanna join? Abstics said don't leave the game. Cyphup said don't invite Archie, he is banned. Kara Arnold said thank you. Kara Arnold said KK. Abstics said we'll be joining you guys. Vortex Goat asks are you doing the Ace FNCS Cup? Abstics said no. Vortex Goat said KK. Kara Arnold said you got Marvel Rebels. Vortex Goat said I do. Kara Arnold said nice. Atlantic said pillow turquoise hot chocolate pillow turquoise hot chocolate octopus red radiant face fuchsia wide eyes octopus red radiant face fuchsia wide eyes. Declan's antics said face fuchsia wide eyes face fuchsia wide eyes. Declan's antics said face fuchsia wide eyes. Declan's antics said face turquoise speaker shape. Cyphup said don't spam kiddo eyes emoji. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. PS5 do you? Mike said C-Pop said WTF in the lobby chat and not in the lobby. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Asad Khan said he plays PC. Cypher said Mike, it was for Archie for accusing me changing the map. Mike said if anyone says that they will get banned but not him. Kara Arnold said nice. Kara Arnold said the Abby. Mike said I don't care if he plays. Mike said kiddo and then unsub. Mike said course how will he get away with it? Mike said Holly Glaze. Cypher said Archie got banned twice, third time he will be banned permanently. Kara Arnold said will you 1v1? Mike said so you did not get banged. Mike said unfair. Mike said Holly flipping glazes. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Mike said what is next? Abstics asks who wanted to 1v1? Kara Arnold said the superhero skin. Abstick said everyone smash the like button. Mike said Archie does not deserve the ban. Mexico asks anyone Mike soda pop? Arnold said K. Mike said Cypher does. Mike said like Holly Glaze. Kara Arnold said the black superhero skin. Gamer Kid said yeah. Cypher said Mike he just accused me for changing the map and lied about it and that's against the rules. Asad Khan said yep. Mike said and you cussed in chat. Mike said and he got banned but you did not. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Mike said I bet if I said it I would be banned for 24 hours. Mike said you said WTF. Mike said and did not get banned. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. CLX said hi. Mike said hi. Abstics said hi. Mike said guys I guess we can cuss then. Abstics said search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. Mike said cause C-Pup said a cuss word and did not get banned. Mike said so. Mike said you know what that means. Gamer Kid said yeah. Mike said WTF. Mike said if I get banned it is unfair. Kara Arnold said Mike him next you. Abstics said you can only say WTF. Abstics said TF. Abstics said not the actual word. Abstics said no spam. Gamer Kid said he got banned. CLX asks can you add me? Vortex Goat said Abstick. Vortex Goat asks can I show you SMTH that someone made? Kara Arnold said can we play something else? Abstics said clicks works your user. Abstics said you can solo queue. Nightbot said tip Abstics here. Gamer Kid said can you add me? CLX said I just added you. Vortex Goat said doing free pickups. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks who wanna be added? Gamer Kid said Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. CLX asks, can you make me more? CLX asks, can you make me mod? Kara Anu said, can we return? Abstics said, search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. Abstics said you can unlock all the secret items watching this video. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said you can unlock all the secret items watching this video. Cyphup said Abstics PLS check on mic. Abstics asks Mike. Cyphup said ye. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics asks Mike. Cyphup said I said if he is annoyed he can leave. Cyphup said and he said I cussed. asks who's saying you cuss. Cypop said Mike. Cypop said Abstics DM me.
There's a goldfish! There's a goldfish! Let's go! There's a goldfish! Abstics, I never accuse... I never... Abstics.
I'm gonna start spamming this thing all over the map.
Abstics. I never accused. I think accused me for changing them out when I never changed them
How
out.
am I supposed
Yeah.
okay.
And then...
I'm coming back down.
And then he said I cursed, but I said, I said, what?
Perfectly on here.
I said,
Perfect.
W,
Now I
T.
can do all this undetected. Someone already detected me.
What?
I was just... Free missing goldfish. I hit him. Free missing goldfish. Missing goldfish. Missing goldfish! You know what? I'm leaving. Goodbye forever. Well, at least tomorrow forever. Goodbye, Abstics. See you tomorrow. Cause I'm gonna get off for the day. Well, for like an hour or two.
Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite.
Abstics, why did you time me out? Because Seth accused me, yeah. So Seth accused me of something, and I accused him, and I said W, T, and then S, and then he said me swearing, and he got me banned and then time me out. Why did I get... Wait, Seth, I'm older than you.
How old are you, bro? How old are you?
Okay, wait. Okay, I'll tell you in game trend. I'll tell you.
Why game? This guy's so scared of me.
Said hang with Abstics on more socials. Abstics said guys just solo queue. Abstics asks what's up everyone? Abstics said search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. Said 1v1. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said call me towards you. Kara Arnold said join my party. Kara Arnold said please. Gustav said daddy. Kara Arnold asks. Gustav said daddy. Gustav said oh daddy. said 1v1. Gustav said Sasa. Abstics asks what's your name? Kara Arnold said Susa 890123. Gustav said sing good stuff. Abstics said come to me. Favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Kara Arnold said I'm not in game, I'm into peace control. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Mocky, fire emoji, said can I add you and join please, me user is Wydrew Heather 9228. Robbie01 said hi. Abstics said you have to solo queue. Gustav said oh Sasha Elliott. Abstics said check out the pin chat. Mocky, fire emoji, said I think. Abstics said everyone solo queue. Arthur Morgan said yo. Gustav said sing. Mocky, fire emoji, said okay. Gustav said Logan. Kara Arnold said let's all do Octo game. Abstics said no. Abstics said I don't play those games. Kara Arnold said KK. Abstics said Sousa don't invite me. Kara Arnold said can you join? Kara Arnold said K. Abstics said I'll remove you. Abstics said you can't join from the party. Kara Arnold said I don't care. Abstics said check out the pin chat. Kara Arnold said bye. Nightbot said Ed Gustav, greater than who the heck are you? My evil twin? Stop spamming symbols. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Arthur Morgan said wild. Abstics said I can't 1v1 on 200 ping. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said never invite me. Abstics said GUNFIGHT. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said tip Abstics here. CM_Rapper just followed. CM_Rapper said, can you do a scrim custom in VR? Lorena Harding said, ha. Lorena Harding said, emote if you hear this. Abstics said, I hear you all. Abstics said, what's good? Lorena Harding said, add me Zeki. Abstics said, we did it earlier today at 1 PM Eastern. Lorena Harding said, emote if you can add me. Ninja240412 said, Huey. Ninja240412 said, hi. Lorena Harding said, Basiki. Abstics asks, what's good? Abstics said, search Abstics to play the map Mystic Gunfight if you wanna play with me or join our game. Our game is public. Ninja240412 asks, could you? Lorena Harding said, add Zeki. Abstics said, added you. Abstics said, great. Ninja240412 said, sorry. Ninja240412 said, I don't play. Abstics said, we played customs earlier today. Ninja240412 said, I won't. Nightbot said, hang with Abstics on more socials. Nightbot said, hang with Abstics on more socials. Lorena Harding said, add J, Z, I, K, Y. Abstics said, why? Snipe said, Lorena don't spam BLS. Nightbot said, favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Lorena Harding said, okay, add Z, I, K, Y, BLS. Nightbot said, favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Abstics said okay. Abstics said not found. Lorena Harding said Abziki. Lorena Harding said oh. Abstics said added already. Lorena Harding said let me see. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Lorena Harding said let me see my Zeki user.
They added overpowered stuff and stuff for the. I can't say the S word.
Abstics said you can unlock all the secret items watching this video. Abstics said you can unlock all the secret items watching this video. Lorena Harding said let me see my user. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. That said bro the swarm strike might be the reason why I quit Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Joy Oriana said hi. Lorena Harding said emote if you hear this. Petulant Fireballs the Bayuk said cheap viewers on stream boo. Remove the space, at BB Fo Aidski. Abstics said shut up. Lorena Harding said thanks. Gamer Kid said THX. Lorena Harding said let me see my user. See my user please. Abstics said no teaming. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Lorena Harding said play Battle Royale. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said we played BR. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Abstics said customs. Lorena Harding said oh. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Nightbot said hang with Abstics on more socials. Cyphup said Lorena is muted for saying the word sexy. Caleb said I might quit Fortnite TBH. Abstics said alright. Abstics in bad RN cuz I haven't played on keyboard like a whole week. Abstics said got you. First time playing on mechanical keyboard. Nightbot said favorite Abstics in Fortnite. Nightbot said join the Discord community of Abstics. Cyphup said we reached 1,700 members in the Abstics server, fire emoji. Abstics said _Abstics og shrug. Abstics said alright. I got to get off. Abstics said done for today. Abstics said peace.